let's meet the Nooks. And at this point in time, Barnes & Noble has 3 Nooks. They have the Nook Simple Touch, the Nook Color, and the Nook Tablet. So, Jake, you've got far more experience than I do with all of these ebook readers, and really, they're getting beyond just ebooks.
Yeah, they're getting beyond ebooks. I mean, Barnes & Noble still has a classic ebook reader in their Simple Touch, which we currently can't turn on because the battery's too low. But it is a touchscreen reader. It's got the basic functionality to be able to browse and purchase books, read books. It's got the e-ink screen. That's probably the key feature to it, and it's $99. I think if you were thinking about Barnes & Noble versus Kindle from Amazon, the biggest difference there would be that Amazon has that 3G option for their touch. Mm. This one is Wi-Fi only.
And this one also, if you're talking about a comparison, and we do have a separate video comparing the Simple Touch, or the Nook Simple Touch, to the Kindle Touch by Amazon. So I don't want to dive in.
Yeah, we're not going to get into that too much. But I mean, basically, this is a basic ebook reader, e-ink screen. As you can see here, the nice crisp color. It's not color, it's black and white.
E-ink.
But yes, nice, crisp, easy to read text is, I guess, my point there.
Even on a screen that says, hey, you need to charge this thing.
Yes.
Okay.
Next up is this is the Nook Color that has been out for a while. This was their first color tablet that uses Android.
And this is the one that you rooted?
This is the one I rooted. It's actually not going to turn on because, again...
You use these things all the time.
I use these things, the battery dies. And, I mean, this is quite a bit heavier than the Simple Touch, but, I mean, it's also an actual full-fledged tablet. Even without rooting it, you can install apps. Barnes & Noble has their own app store. They vet what apps they will allow in. And it has the expandable memory. You can put in a micro SD card, I think up to 32 gigabytes. It's got a speaker on the back. I think it's a horrible speaker placement, as I mentioned in another video that we did.
Yeah.
It's got the home button. It's got I think it's 1024 by 600 screen.
Yes.
And this, probably the biggest difference between this and the tablet that I'm going to talk about next, is the processor is not as fast in this one. And some of the specs got updated. The battery life is about 8 hours on this. The tablet has about 11-hour battery life.
On this, you're saying the color.
The color.
The Nook Color has 8 hour.
Nook Color, 8-hour battery life. Nook Tablet, 11-hour battery life.
Yeah, we have to make sure we say that because I don't know if any... Which one's yours?
Yeah, because if you look at them...
They look exactly the same.
They look... the Nook Color is a darker shade of gray.
Oh, you mean the bezel?
Yes, the bezel is a darker shade of gray. Screen is basically the same screen. And, I mean, they both have that weird little loop. So really it's kind of hard to tell them apart.
So what are the bigger differences, then, between the Nook Color and the Nook Tablet?
So the bigger difference is Nook Tablet has, like I said, 3-hour longer battery life. It's got a faster processor. It's got more RAM. So you're going to get...
So they've upgraded everything.
Yeah. Basically, it is the upgraded version of the Nook Color. They didn't really change much about the UI. It's basically the same Nook UI. It's just a better overall hardware experience. It's kind of like when Apple revs the iPhone, they put in better specs. It's a better overall device. And it's the same kind of concept where this is a generational improvement.
So the price point then with the Nook Color is $200?
Yep, $199.
And then I always round up. $199, and then the Nook
Man, you're trying to steal $1 from these people.
Sorry, what can I say? I'm giving them $1.
Giving them $1.
So this one, the Nook Tablet, it's hard to keep all these names straight.
These are not the best names.
No. So, because they're both tablets, but this one is called, and they're both Nooks, and they're both color. It's just the color one is the older generation. The color.
This one actually has power, so
yes. Okay. And
I didn't hear the cha-ching before that.
Yeah, with the speaker that's on the back of each one of them. $249.
$249
for the Nook tablet.
And that's really the biggest difference between the two. Price, slightly better specs on this device, and that's about it.
So if you have $50 to spend, you're going to get a slightly better. I mean, but the question is, are most people going to really see the difference or feel the difference between the two? And I think that may boil down to a longer battery life.
Longer battery life would be, to me, it's worth $50. Yeah. I mean, that again goes back to the travel, where if you fly, that 3 hours might be the difference between being able to keep yourself entertained on the flight and being bored out of your mind.
So you could really, these two devices, the Nook Simple Touch and the Nook tablet, they're not mutually exclusive.
No, you might own both of them. I think for whatever reason, because I also have all the Kindles, I would be more inclined.
And we've done a video on the Kindle family too.
Yeah, I would be more inclined, I guess, to own a Kindle and the Nook tablet rather than the Nook Simple Touch.
Wait, which Kindle?
The Kindle Touch.
The Kindle Touch and a Nook tablet versus a Kindle or a Nook Touch and a Nook tablet.
Yes.
Okay. Why?
Well, so I have a large investment in Kindle ebooks already, and I like the Kindle experience. I'm familiar with the Kindle experience. I like that Kindle has all of the sharing features tied in with the rest of my Amazon world that I live in, where I have because I'm going to do Amazon Prime, but I think this is a more hackable device.
Okay, so you're saying that the Nook tablet is a better tablet hardware-wise.
I think it's a better tablet hardware-wise
compared to the Kindle Fire. You mean
compared to the Kindle Fire?
Okay.
More RAM. I think the battery life is reasonably similar, but the more RAM actually makes for a snappier experience. I think that the combination of the more RAM and the processor leads to a smoother video playback, which matters. Well,
and we're also talking about, and we've done a separate video, by the way, comparing the Nook tablet to the Kindle Fire. Yes. The prime difference being price point, really.
Price point, yeah. This is a $249 device, and the Kindle Fire is $199.
Fair enough.
So price-wise, the Nook Color matches exactly to the Kindle Fire, but feature-wise, this is a closer match. Even though the Kindle Fire has slightly weaker specs than the Nook tablet.
So there you go. A roundup of Nook's current range of products. Hopefully that will help you make a decision if you were going with a Nook. You hadn't even considered it in the first place. So if you have any other questions, feel free to ask.
Ask in the comments.
That too.